This is Meredith. I am here with your October 2018 monthly reading. We are using Bonefire Tarot, Romance Angel Oracle, and Angel Answer Oracle cards as well. And we have cards chosen for each week of the month. I encourage you to watch your Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus videos as well, because that'll give you a great snapshot of the energy atmosphere of the month and how it will be influencing and or affecting you, what you'll be navigating. Okay, let's jump right in and get going. And we have a theme of the month card here, and it is the Knight of Coins, Knight of Pentacles. I love this knight. Unlike the other knights, he does not rush in. He sort of trots or walks in, shall we say. He's slow and steady. He's very considerate, contemplative, and he does bring a message. All knights do. Knights also bring us contracts and offers. The Knight of Pentacles, though, I like to call him Mr. Slow and Steady. And so the qualities of this knight, his steadiness, his harmony with allowing all things to be as they are and have their own right moment. These are good qualities of his. Again, he's not impetuous. He doesn't rush in. He does take his sweet time. And in the long run, while it may be somewhat frustrating in a now moment, it passes quickly, and the benefits of his steadiness become very obvious. So let's see how he connects throughout the reading. My intention was to, pretty much have two of each card, but you, Capricorn, have a lot more this month, so the cards were very excitedly jumping out of the deck as I shuffled them. So this is what we have. Let's check your first week of October. And your first tarot card from Bonefire Tarot is the Ten of Swords, a cycle of completion, fulfillment, indicating something may not have ended well. Yeah, the Ten of Swords is a bit of a cringe card, and it's also called the Fallen Master. The good news on it is that this is a phase of life experience that's come full circle and has ended. And that's a benefit for you, because the 10 swords do represent spiritual journey, life lessons, and you carry them with you as you move on to the next phase or to the new horizon. And that's what this card does promise, is a new day, a new horizon. Though you require a bit of resurrection in that arena, and that resurrection comes from living the benefits of each one of these swords and or life lessons. You're applying them, you're leveraging them, and you're leaving something behind. My intuition tells me, Capricorn, that there has been a time of solitude, but it felt forced, as in there were circumstances you were unable to reconcile, but now there is reconciliation and you're moving on to a new phase. That's what I feel here on this card. The card that goes with it is the Eight of Coins, Eight of Pentacles. This is a workaday card. This is how you are of service, and of course it is connected to career, so your work. But your work feels like service, Capricorn. Your service, your unique gift that you have to contribute through your work to humanity. This is very fulfilling and satisfying, and it also helped you navigate each one of those 10 swords while you were attempting to reconcile the unreconcilable. I might be making up words here. But yeah, you're continuing this because this is fulfilling. Your work, your service, it's fulfilling, and it's a blessing, and it's a grace in your world, and it sustained you while you worked through some of the harder aspects of that Ten of Swords. And what's beautiful is the third card that comes out with this is the Fool. because this is how it benefits you in the now and the oncoming. You feel fresh, you feel new, you feel rejuvenated, almost as though you've had some kind of a rebirth. And that's what happens on the Ten of Swords. There is a rebirth, a renewal. And, you know, you're looking to the horizon with optimism and enthusiasm, which the Fool is loaded with. And you're less concerned now with consequences. The Fool isn't concerned with consequences at all. The Fool just walks forward and trusts and allows. And it feels like that's what you're experiencing here in your first week. My feeling is there's been some sort of a journey, and you've contemplated how you are of service in your work, and you're loving it. You're probably having some inspired ideas for adding to it and spicing it up a bit, which is just going to, you know, fire up your inspiration, enthusiasm some more. And the journey, yeah, it feels as though a deep reflection is really relevant in this first week, and it inspires change in your journey. And there's so much inspiration, optimism, and enthusiasm that you're feeling deep fulfillment. Okay. Moving on to the romance angel cards, and these are not just specific to romance. I love these cards as clarifiers, although they do lean heavily into romance. So consider your beloved relationships, and it does not matter what stage of relationship you're in, whether it's brand new, long-term, or rekindled. But your first card is flirt. This is about having fun with people, engaging with people, joyously engaging with people. So do that. It's, you know, you've come out of a Ten of Swords situation and you're all fired up. So share your positive energy and your enthusiasm for life. When it comes to beloved relationship, though, you have the make the effort card. Great love is worth taking the steps you're guided to take. So do that. So Capricorn, again, no matter what stage of relationship you're in, new, long-term, or rekindled, this card is a reminder to you to make the effort with your beloved, but also in your family and circle of friends, make the effort, reach out to some people, check in with them, share togetherness. And then you have a third card as well, and it's the honeymoon card. Enjoy the bliss of holiday time together. This card is quite specific to togetherness with the people you know, love, and trust, and most especially with your beloved. And then you have an angel answer card, and it is a year from now. And as I say, whenever we've pulled this one in the dailies, I feel like that's an incomplete sentence, and it ends with a year from now you won't recognize your life. So take a time out today and make a well, today or this week, this first week of October, make some notes in your journal and maybe write about your Ten of Swords experience, and then put a nice bright post-it note on it so that you remember to flip back to this page a year from now and see where you are and how far you've come and what was on this new horizon. And, you know, how have your relationships changed, grown, and benefited from all of your spiritual journey work. Let's check out your second week. Your first card is the Hierophant. A deepening commitment. Questioning our belief system. Great card. So it just really does flow nice with that 10 and this rebirth renewal energy you've got going on, and how you are of service and the changes you want to make and how you are of service. Wonderful. The Hierophant really does connect well with that. It's a deepening commitment to the self, self-care, priority 1, self-nurturing, priority 1. It feels, Capricorn, like you've got that down well, and you're doing it, you're living it, and that's great. And your post Ten of Swords experience is has inspired you to be very deliberate and intentional with how you are available to everyone in your life, most especially to your own self. And then you have, with this card, the Six of Cups. This is the spirit of giving and receiving, generosity. And in this particular deck, I love this card because I feel like this is us giving to us. This is the soul self giving to this, the earthbound self. I don't know a better way to put that right now, but I also see it as our co-creative process with the universe. This one could be the universe, this could be us, and there's no separation there. There's total connection there. And it's as though the Hierophant is shining a light on this for you, and this is where you are living from, experiencing from at this time. You're feeling like you're in a good, harmonious, connected flow. Beautiful. Then you have a third card, also a 6, and it's the 6 of Coins. More giving and receiving. And 6 of Cups, let me also say on 6 of Cups, there's another aspect to this card, and it's nostalgic, sentimental, and this card is also referred to as the soulmate card. So there's a deepening commitment within a soulmate relationship in your life. And my sense of it intuitively is that everyone in our life is a soulmate. We're traveling together. We're doing this journey together. There are soulmates that come and go. There are soulmates that feel more like twin flames. I don't like really getting into labels on that. I think they're overused. However, there are people, and overused in a way that diminishes the truth of the connection. That's my feeling on it. So what I want to say is that there are people that we have a super strong bond with, and this on this 6 is developing, and there's a spirit of giving and receiving in that, and there's a deeper connection, an expanding commitment. So in your second week, it may occur to you, Capricorn, that there is someone who's a little extra special right now, and you're wanting more togetherness with them. And my feeling is you're going to act on that because you have the 6 of Coins, more giving, receiving, but it's also connected to how you are of service and what you have to offer with your unique gifts and skills, and they will be called upon quite heavily in this week, and it will be exceptionally rewarding to you. And then we have in your romance angel cards, separation. Time apart from your partner is on the horizon. Now, again, this speaks to me of family, friends, and beloveds. So there may be someone that we have some separation from at this time. It may be why we're seeing the 6 of Cups, 6 of Coins, because it is time to reach out to them. You'll know just the right moment. It'll wash over you. You won't mistake it. You'll just be thinking of that person and thinking, whoa, I need to reach out and call them. And the other message I feel here too is that whatever separation there is, I don't feel it in terms of a relationship ending. I feel it more in terms of the flow of life, and how each of us are of service has not created an opportunity for togetherness with a specific individual or a few specific individuals. But in that time, the spiritual journey, life lesson, growing has benefited all of us. And as we do come back together, and we'll have so much more to share, and we'll recognize how the absence or the being apart from one another, physically speaking, has strengthened our bonds. Then your angel answer card in this week is ask for help from others. Yeah, my feeling here is not so much that you're asking for help, it's just time to reconnect with some people, or to connect deeper with some really important people to you. So pick up the phone, Capricorn, send the text, make the invitation, create the togetherness space, and it will be very rewarding. Third week of October, your first card, interesting here, 5 of Cups. This is being left out in the cold. This is a feeling of loneliness and lamenting solitude. We may have some emotions revisiting us from the 10 of Swords in our third week of October. My feeling here is that this Five of Cups shows up as a bit of a caution. So, excuse me, something of that Ten of Swords is reaching into this third week, and we're feeling the emotional tug of it. And just that tug is enough for us to do some self-care, self-nurturing review. Also, this ask for help from others card, that's a reminder to check in with the people you know, love, and trust, and talk some of these things out, because you may not be fully resolved on this 10 situation. So something comes into the third week for you that is unsettling, reminds you of what it felt like while you were attempting to reconcile energies over here on this 10. So something comes in this third week where you are reminded of that. And the message here too is we have Queen of Cups, seek your own wise counsel, but definitely seek the wise counsel of those that are trustworthy and loyal to you. Pay attention to your intuition, and the message here is also to recognize that this is a healing opportunity for you, Capricorn. The emotions on that 5 are trying to pass. They're not here to stay. They're here to pass. So the reminder is that you do the spiritual self-care, self-nurturing, healing work so that you don't linger here and get stuck in an old cycle of being. So pay attention to your intuition, listen to your wise friends and family members, and perhaps even talk some of this through with your beloved, and then consider everything and move forward from it. Next card, Romance Angels. Getting to know each other as you as you reveal your innermost selves to each other, your bond deepens. Yes, Capricorn, you have a theme emerging here in the month of deepening bonds with your family, your friends, and your beloved. Again, doesn't matter if it's new love, rekindled love, existing love. A bond is deepening here because you have renewal and rebirth off this 10, and you're feeling so much more joy of your own self. And specific to some of you, though, in new relationship, my guides are speaking to me of this right now. There is, for some of you Capricorns, there is someone relatively new in your life, new like within this last 6 months or a year. And for those of you Capricorns who are considering this person as a potential partner or a deepening commitment or an expanding bond with this person, the next card that comes is this could be the one. You've already met the romantic partner you seek. So this is specific to those of you who are rekindling, and for those of you who are in new or potentially new relationships. My feeling is this Knight shows up pretty strong in this week. And you've been, Capricorn, quite slow and steady about this process, because you've got some lingering stuff. Here it is. My guides are talking. You've got some lingering stuff on this 5, this being out in the cold. And there has been a bit of a resistance to trusting, entering into a rekindled or new relationship because of the 10 experience. And it feels like your recovery process was, by your estimation, long. And there was also, in more recent months, maybe in the last year, this feeling of, I'm okay going it alone. I'm okay taking a break. I don't necessarily want to revisit it, but something's occurred within the last year too. And you've either reconnected with someone because you've got that 6 of Cups, that's nostalgic, someone from the past, or you have met someone new, and the nostalgia, the something of the past has been this new person has inspired some of your best qualities that felt squashed by that 10 of Swords, and they're coming back to life. And this is exactly the kind of loving experience that you desire in beloved relationships. So now it's got you reconsidering, Capricorn. And this is interesting too, because you've got two angel answer cards, and one of them is compromise, and that's not something you wanted to do for quite a while, but now you're willing. And this is about you deciding, yeah, I could have gone it alone and I was okay with it, but this person is so complimentary and inspiring to me that I'm willing to compromise what I decided I was going to do. I'm going to start shifting, changing, adapting, going with the flow here. That's the feeling. And that has been a bit of a slow process for you, because you stuck your toe in the water and some stuff came up. Yeah, what was that? Five of Pentacles. Yeah, some stuff came up and it made you reconsider, like, ooh, I don't know if this is safe, but you're back in it, Capricorn, and you're saying yes. That's the feeling. And then the card that comes with that is communicate clearly, and that may be the very thing that was one of the harder unreconciled life lessons on that 10, was the lack of clear communication in prior relationships, whether that was you or whether that was the other person or the two of you together, your ability or inability to communicate clearly with one another. Obviously there was an inability because it came to an end. And so your compromise now is to be certain that you are mindful of how you communicate, what you want to say, that you're speaking from the heart space. This is you taking the lesson and now applying it. And that goes for rekindled, not just new, and it goes for long-term, because in long-term relationships, there have been separations. Here we are in the second week. There have been separations in long-term commitments, and there is, the likelihood that you're coming back together from that and doing it better, doing it different, recognizing what needs compromise, what needs expansion, and what needs clear communication. Let's take a look at your fourth week. Oh, interesting. I just love this knight. Knight of Swords. As I tell you all, when he turns over in the daily readings, he prefers blood on his sword. He asks questions later. And you know what? This is another thing that has been a, let's say, hard-won lesson on that 10. Capricorn, when you take action, you're very decisive about it. Excuse me. And this Knight of Swords, he really does ask questions later. He rushes in. He's impetuous. He is a storm. He is a tempest. And that is potentially one of the compromises that you have reached. This is potentially one of your self-mastery life lessons here. You may still be the one who rushes in because you've decided you're moving forward. Like, here you are, the Knight of Pentacles, taking your time, taking it easy, assessing everything, and then deciding, and that's great. But once the decision's made, Capricorn, you turn into the Knight of Swords. That has not always served you very well. You've learned a lot of lessons from that, and you've got the Ten of Swords to prove it. Coming with this, though, is the Five of Cups. This is the regrettable consequences of being impetuous and rushing in and stabbing at things with that sword and then asking questions. The beauty of this card, though, is the Five of Cups usually leaves two cups standing, which then, of course, relates to the Two of Cups, which is the love of a lifetime. And here you have that developing in your third week, that reconnection, the deepening bond. You have it in your second week, too. Well, you've got it in every week so far, shades of it in every week. And, yeah, the regrettable consequences, this is what happens when we rush in like the Knight of Swords. And now you've got the Ten of Swords over here saying, I've done so much better with this. I'm not repeating that behavior because the love of a lifetime is worth it. What comes with it, beautifully, is the world. A world laying itself at your feet. It's the most welcome card to receive in the tarot. It is a cycle of completion and fulfillment. It is moving on with strength and wisdom and joy and love, romantic love, and a happiness, a grounded happiness in the heart space unlike any you've experienced thus far. Beautiful. Next card. Wow, Capricorn, when you go for it, you go for it. Romantic feelings. Your feelings are real and worth exploring. Yes, they are, and you've decided this already, so you are going for it. Congratulations. Again, doesn't matter what stage, new, rekindled, existing. You're going for it. You're inspired. But you're not wreaking havoc in the process. Knight of Swords. And then very soon, because as you make this decision, it says clearly decide what you want so that it comes to you now. Yes. You are deciding, you are saying yes, and you've surprised yourself. You've actually surprised and delighted your own self in the acceptance of this gift of beloved relationship that is available to you in this now. And your angel answer card is in the near future. It feels as though, Capricorn, your beloved is just looking for that nod from you, that somewhat tentative and cautious step forward. They're not looking for that knight to come rushing in. They are looking for this beautiful, slow and steady, open, honest, self-realized, emotionally intelligent and aware being that you are to come forward with your arms open toward them, and you will not be rejected. You won't. The love of a lifetime awaits you. So blessings to you, Capricorn. Thank you so much for watching. Have a beautiful October. Please like the video, subscribe to the channel, and watch your sun, moon, rising, and Venus signs as well. Take good care. Peace, love, joy, and blessings to each and every one of you. I will be back very soon with the daily messages. Check them out.